Hey everybody, how you doing? This is Adam Snyder here, the Homemade Entrepreneur. Today I want to talk to you about the whole Amazon Kindle process. The top 10 tips on how to succeed on Amazon, with Kindle. Now, I've been getting so many questions lately on, can you please do a step-by-step guide on how I can make money publishing books on Kindle? Now, I can. I could do that, but the problem is there's more to it than just putting a step-by-step. Okay, you want to choose a category. You want to stay away from these categories. You want to write with look in the top 100. Is the top 100 book, is it over 100,000? Is it under 100,000? Look in the top 20 books in that category. Is the does it look like there's sales on a daily basis? Is the first book, is that under like 1,000? Is the top 20 book under 10,000? Do you guys understand anything I'm saying? Maybe not, but these are just things that are running through my head when I'm looking at a category, seeing, is this a good category to try to get into? Will I be able to break into the top 100? How likely is it that if I get first, or if I get in the top 10, how many sales will I get? So those thoughts kind of just run through my head when I'm looking at that category, trying to find a topic. Now, the whole thing with step by step is that I would have to pretty much tell you what's going on in my head. That's something that you learn through experience, through failed attempts, through terrible categories, things like that. But what I want to show you today is my top 10 tips to succeed with Kindle. Okay. Now the first thing, probably I started reading it, but anyway, the first thing, you want to create more quality content. When I say quality content, I'm talking about you're pushing out books. You're pushing out quality books, though. There's so many people out there that will write a book that will be, I've even done some. Honestly, I've done some that are a couple thousand words. Now, even though they're a couple thousand words, that's all you need. If you're putting out just really meaty information, the book, every sentence has some quality information in it, then it doesn't need to be 20,000 words. Okay, a lot of times people are writing a 10,000 word book and half of it's just fluff. It's just just garbage, just crap. It's just stuff people don't want to know about. Some quick tip that isn't really a tip, it's just a way to add more words. Okay, so you want to write more quality content, whether you're writing it or someone else's. The quality content is key, especially in the title, description, and the book itself. You won't get good reviews if your book sucks. Okay, you might get sales because your description's good and your title's good. You're hitting all those keywords, but if your book sucks, you're gonna get bad reviews and you're just gonna tank it anyway. So, highly recommend write quality content. Next thing, cross promote. These aren't in order, by the way. I just randomly wrote these down. Cross promote. Now, in order to cross promote something, you need more than one book. Let's say you have a book on, you got one book on, could be on plasma TVs or LCD TVs, how to clean it maybe. Okay, how do you clean your flat screen TV? Okay, so you got one book over here, and then you got a book over here that is on how to change a flat tire. Now, you can't cross promote these. These are not in the same category. These are not in the same niche. You don't want to cross promote these. But if you have a book here on how to choosing the right TV to buy, and you got another book that you wrote on how to set up a home theater system, and then you got another one on choosing the best Blu-ray player, and then you have another one on what furniture goes best in a home theater system or a home theater room. Now, all four of those you can cross promote them because they're on a similar topic, on a same niche. So you can cross promote them. You do that in the end of the book. You put a little link up in at the end of the book so that they can click on it and see what's there. See what other books you have. Next thing, one market, 100 books. I've talked before and in the previous video about the whole shotgun strategy, and what you need to understand in the whole shotgun strategy is that if you are trying to promote or if you're trying to write a book on the flat screen TV, you do another one on how to change a tire, and then you got another one on tiling a floor. I think that I used that in the last video. Well, that's great. You got 3 books. Problem is, you're not solving a problem for one person. You're solving just a bunch of random problems. The shotgun effect, shotgun strategy. One market, 100 books. Like with the TV. You got the TV, you got your Blu-ray player, you have choosing the right furniture, and then you have the home theater system. All that is finding one market and writing 100 books. You're finding one person, you're solving 100 problems that they might have. And that strategy works a whole lot better. Next thing, number 4, become an authority in your niche. Become an authority, you pretty much need to just choose, if you're using some fake name for your books, which I do. I use quite a few because I don't want to write a book on the paleo diet and then have another one on tiling a floor, or how to install windows in your home, because those aren't in the same niche. It doesn't look like I'm an authority. That's why choose a different name for every topic that I'm doing, and that's how you become an authority. People see your book, they like it. Okay, this book, this guy, he knows what he's talking about. I'm gonna go see if he has other books. That's where it comes in. Promote early. So many people, and I hear this all the time, that I've had my book out for 2 months, it's just not selling. And when should I start promoting it? Well, you should have started promoting it 2.5 months ago. You should have got on early, so people were kind of waiting in line for your book to come out, or exactly when it's being published. You need to start promoting. You need to get on social media. You need to get on, do email blast. Whatever it may be. You need to do all this stuff, because that's how you're gonna get more sales, get more reviews, and do all that stuff quickly. Next thing, social media. A lot of people don't use social media. I use it quite a bit. I'm starting to use it more now for business, or for kind of fan engagement. But social media for books, anything like that, it's great. There's a billion people on Facebook. There's ton. I don't know how many people on Instagram. There's so many out there. Twitter. You can go back. LinkedIn. There's all this stuff. If you're writing a book and it could help a professional, go promote it on LinkedIn. I highly recommend it. You will see results. People there, they love self-help books. So there's that. Find a gap, and when I'm saying a gap, I mean a gap in the market. A lot of people don't understand about the whole gap thing, and what I'm talking about. If somebody wrote a book on, like let's say tiling a floor. Okay, somebody wrote a book on tiling a floor. You're going in, you're a tile installer, you've done this before, you just got done doing your house, and you want to write a book on this whole process. Now, what you could do, instead of writing a book that somebody's already written, you could write a book on demoing the previous floor. You could write a book on, doing all the prep work, doing everything like that. Somebody might be interested in that. That's an example. That's not a category. I wouldn't be writing on that. That's not something I'd go out and do right now, but that's something you could do. That's just an example. You find a gap. You find where somebody wrote on one topic, wrote on another one, and there was a gap in between it. Okay? Look ahead. Now, when the whole, the presidential campaign, all that stuff happened, and everybody was gonna vote for who was gonna be president, one of the things I did, I wrote a book on just fun facts on Barack Obama. Now, there's a lot of books now on Obama and some of the facts, stuff like that. More things have come out about him, about his family, his history, everything like that. But at that time, I was looking ahead. I was thinking, people might like books about him. There's all these people are probably voting for him. Obviously, more people voted for him than the other guy. But I was looking ahead. I was thinking, people might like this. So then I was writing a book on him. Okay, so look ahead. And now I'm glad I looked ahead, because that book made a lot of money. It was a #1 bestseller in a couple categories for a while, and I think I actually paid for a few trips that year off that one book. Outsource. You need to outsource a lot of your stuff. The problem with a lot of people is that they don't have the money, or they think, I'm not going to waste my money on somebody when I could do the work myself. Now, you could think like that, but the problem is, if you don't outsource, you're using your time to to do all this stuff. You could hire somebody for very little. I think in India they make about $400 per year. That's about average what somebody makes. No, don't quote me on that, but I think that was something I read recently. So, me paying somebody, $3 or $5 an hour to go do something that I could be doing, when in here in the state of Washington the minimum wage is like 9 something, almost $10. So, $5 an hour to outsource it somewhere is a good deal. I don't have to find somebody locally and pay them 10 something and do all my taxes and all that stuff, and yeah, it's just more work, more of a hassle. So I outsource. Next thing, and so I highly recommend outsourcing. Talked about before, I'll be talking about it again. Outsourcing is a big deal. You can make a lot more money by outsourcing a lot of your stuff. The last thing, and probably the most important thing, circle it for you guys. Get reviews. So many people are writing books, they're promoting it, they're doing all this stuff, but what do they not ask for? They don't ask for a review, and that's a big mistake. By not asking for a review, you're really limiting your exposure. The more positive reviews that you get for your book, if you get a 4 or 5 star review for your ebook, it's gonna push it up the ranks on Amazon. I will, every once in a while, I don't go to my friends and family all the time. Every once in a while I'll have a book that I think, oh, this guy might like, or oh, my cousin over here, who does gardening, he might like this book on gardening. Now sometimes I think like that and be like, oh, let me send him a a text message, let me call him or send him email, whatever it may be, show him that, tell him I have this book, I'd love for him to read it, see what he thinks, and give it an honest review. By doing that, you can push your book up the ranks on Amazon. So highly recommend it. But if you have any questions on any of this, please comment below. I'll be happy to answer the question for you. If you're not yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, click that button right there, become one day, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Alright, you guys take care.